Hello and welcome back to Equipo Éxito 7 or Success Team 7. I'm your friend and servant Tim Alatorre, and today we're continuing our series on the personality types. We've already covered blues, yellows, today we're moving on to greens. And don't forget that all of our resources here today are free. We're getting this information from Success in 10 Steps, a book by our good friend Michael DeLohi. A link down below, you can download this from his site. And also our good friend Tom Big L Schreider, he has a lot of free resources on his site as well. On to the greens.
Okay, I think it's time to talk about the green personality. And before I get started, I would like to let you know that the greens compose 35% of the world population. Their motto, you can see I have everything listed, very organized. Their motto for the greens is, let's get the facts and figures. Why? Well, because I gotta make sure this thing works or doesn't. Gotta crank in the numbers. I gotta convince myself that this thing works or not. Typical occupations for a green. Well, there's typically accountants. My favorite guys are here. The engineers. And they are in research. Now, their voice is typically soft and very polite. So, now think about someone you know so far with this description I've given you. Someone you know that is a green. So, when you see someone at 12 o'clock walking towards you, you can see kind of, okay, this person is exactly this, a green. Maybe. You gotta still crank the numbers and see if it is. So how they dress, again, they dress formal and very conservative. To me, that's what makes it and breaks it. A green typically will dress formal. Even on Friday, casual Friday is still a formal day for them. They'll wear the tie. They'll still wear the clothes they will wear any other day. Or even the weekends. If there's a party, that guy will come very formal and conservative. Now their strengths. Well, the strengths are very, very obvious. They're organized. They are planners. They're very accurate. They're very persistent too. They follow through. It has to be seen thorough. They have to have a thorough analysis, thorough evaluation, and they'll take it from step 1 to step 100 if that's how many steps there are in finding out either a solution or if, for example, your business works or doesn't. So now think about our opportunity meeting. Again, we're in the opportunity meeting. You're talking about the president and like how many millions and millions of dollars the company has to back up the products and all that stuff, and how the president is a family man. He has 2 families to prove it, and just all this stuff. The trip to Hawaii and how you're gonna be able to have fun and all this. And here's the thing. The green is not listening. The green is waiting for... Well, actually, the green is listening because they do pay attention to analyze everything. But they're analyzing everything you're saying. Like, well, why does he have 2 families to prove it? Is the other family the dysfunctional family that he has to come up with another family to make it function? They're thinking about everything you're saying. They're analyzing everything you're saying. But when I said they're not listening, it's just that they are listening, but they're over-analyzing things, and the things you're giving them are not necessarily the most important to them. They'll think about it, they'll analyze it, and they'll come up with a conclusion, perhaps a formula to even explain it to you. Now, moving on to their weaknesses. Well, I've been talking about analyzing. Well, one of the things is they overanalyze things. And because they overanalyze things, sometimes they lose on opportunities. Just think about an example. Maybe you talk to someone who might have been a green. Now that you know this skill, you're thinking, oh man, that guy or that person was a green. And you're thinking, well, why does he need to know the percentages? Where did you get the percentage in the comp line? Where is that coming from? How do you come up with the bonus volume? They want to know all the details. And you just need this many people to make this much money. Why it's so complicated? No, they need to make sure they know everything. So they will analyze it a lot. And sometimes they miss out on opportunities, like I said. And they're very hard to please. Sometimes they get lonely and depressed. So those are the weaknesses. Now, if you know that, now you can understand the green better. And you know he's going to take his time or her time to come back to you. Please don't call a green to see how he's doing with the material you gave him or her. They will call you back after they convince themselves. Because they'll be wondering, why is he calling? What's the hurry? Now, keywords. There it is. Why? Graphs, charts, research, exactly, and possibly. They use a lot of words like maybe. They talk in words that are measured like quantitative words. They don't like people who are pushy. So don't call. They don't like pushy people. And they don't like not having facts. They need to have the facts. Oh, and the next one, please. If you know you have a green and now he wants to hear the presentation or maybe the second exposure to the presentation after he analyzed and overanalyzed and analyzed a little bit more and just a little bit more just to make sure, please do not be late. They do not like people being late. So be like 15 minutes, half an hour before the time you're supposed to meet with them. Because if you're going to be late, you better not. Don't go. Just don't go. Call and say that your dog is choking or something. Just make up some other excuse, but don't go. Because you already have, they have a bad impression about you. So just be punctual. So those are the greens.
Okay, we're moving through our series. Now you should have a better understanding of the green personality types, how to identify them and how to talk to them. Next week we're going to be going on to the fourth in our series on the personality types, talking about the reds. So until then, I'm Tim Alatorre. To your success, thanks for watching.